as someone who is, at the forefront, leading from the front, putting numbers on the board, you've obviously now given us a context and mindset, how to approach these different platforms. How should one approach their content calendar or their content planning? Is everything freestyle, or are there stuff? I think what I've taken from hanging out with you is we've got stuff loaded, and then we add the flavor depending on the day. But I just want to know because on YouTube and Instagram, there's so many videos you can watch around how to content plan for those platforms. But I don't think we've heard from a top tier LinkedIn on how they should be content planning in Jan 2024. But this just can work any time next year.
Yeah. So I've tried a lot of different ways to make my life easier. Right? When you're getting married, running a business, doing all these different things, posting, and my whole thing is like I share an idea every single day. Like I want to give one spark moment to somebody every single day, and I've been doing that for like 4 years. So not more than 4 years.
Even on a Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, not Saturday, Sunday, because I realized that unless some major news happens, right? So if there's a big thing that happens, it's a global moment, then on Saturday and Sunday I post. Whereas I realized that the LinkedIn activity is very like aligned with like the working culture. Yeah. So people only go on LinkedIn when they're in a work mindset.
Yeah. Going to work, at work, or coming home from work.
Whereas if you're on YouTube, right, when people have a lot more time, they'll prefer to spend that time there, and context really matters. But by going back to the original question about what works in 2024, or at least my approach.
Yeah, your planning approach.
Yeah, I tried on a Sunday, I plan every single post from Monday to Friday, and it doesn't work. The reason why it doesn't work is because I feel like the LinkedIn algorithm is it's in constant evolution mode, right? Because a lot of people are looking for the easy way to do LinkedIn, it's not allowing you to have like
schedule and go away.
To schedule and have a blueprint, because they don't want to turn it into like a spammy based platform. Because what happens is if the business people decide to leave, then the platform all goes to like crap, right? So they're always moving the goalposts, right? But then also the big thing about the LinkedIn algorithm that people don't understand, that it's actually not about the post, it's all about the connections that's happening as the post goes out. So if you're seen to be active in your comment section, actually, if people are commenting like really useful stuff and they're responding with even more valuable stuff that's generating engagement within the comments, you're more likely to have more viral posts, right? So it's not just about when you post and what you've posted, it's also within the opening minutes, especially how active are you in the comment section. So my approach is, whenever I see something that I want to post, if it's something that I feel is like relevant to how I feel right now, I just post it straight away. But how I maintain some form of like order and not just chaos is that on Sunday, I just put all the things that I've screenshotted, and I have my almost like coordinator, Eddie. He knows like the type of things that I like. We have like a Slack channel where we just have all these screenshots filled in. And then really on Monday at 8 a.m., I'm like, how do I feel? Like, which is the one that resonates most with how I feel and what I want to share today? So there's like a lot of organized chaos there, which is I put everything in one place, and then whatever forces a reaction out of me, and I'm like, you know what, I have something to like add to that today, and I feel like it feels like the right thing to post today, I just do that, right? And then when people are in, I'm just like, I not only 8 a.m., I have it scheduled for the post, but I also block out like the first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes to come back.
To engage. And
then I come back an hour later to engage. It's actually me in the comment section engaging with all the different posts. You have to put in the work for LinkedIn.
You're letting the audio, you're talking to Elfried, yeah?
Yeah, it's me doing it. That's why amazing. A lot of people, when they see me in person, they're like, it's actually you. I'm like, yeah, it is. And even though I outsource the system, the thinking around it is still things that I would post, right? Yeah. It's still like giving me more variety, because that takes a lot of time.
What about the actual posts?
That's all me, man. Yeah. So how I break it down is, it's the first thing is how do I react when I see that post for the first time? How do I feel, which is usually the opening caption, and then what value do I think I can add to somebody else in a very simple but profound way. Yeah. Because I think that what I'm trying to do is almost like I never like using jargon, right? Because going back to the whole Einstein theory about if you really understand something, you can explain it to a 7-year-old, right? So I like to be the person that like translate like really complex, and usually the images that I use are because I think we were speaking about this. I understood, and I did NLP training, right? That people think.
We ain't gonna sell a course to you guys right now. Don't worry.
No worries. It's you can.
What is NLP? Natural language.
It's a neuro-linguistic programming, right?
Yeah.
And the reason
it's a very
why,
special call, the skill you can have.
Oh, it's so good because I think a lot of people understand courses that help you understand yourself, right? A lot of people, like, self-awareness is one of the most important things in business, and everybody knows that. But then do you understand how other people think, right? And how people think differently to you. Yep. That was the key thing about this. And what I understood is that people learn in 4 different ways, right? So the first one is visual learners, right? People like to see things for them to be able to like understand. The other one is like auditory, so they hear what they hear, and how that's why podcasts do so well. Then you got your digital, they like lists and breakdowns and data. And then you got your kinesthetic people, it's how they feel, right? And then often than not, when you go to like a car dealership, they'll show you how the car looks, right? They'll let you listen to the engine or the music system. They'll give you the data for like why it's good, etc. And then they ask you to step into the car and say, how does it feel? They hit all 4, right? So with my posts, although I can't do the verbal bit, that's why I come to these platforms for, right? Mm-hmm. I try to hit the other 3. So I'm like, how is it visual? So something that's very simple, that summarizes a very complex thing.
Yeah.
Digital, I always give steps of how you can actually apply it. And kinesthetic is my tone of voice, right? Because you can give somebody, it's thought out, man. Like kinesthetic is how does my post make you feel? Do I make you feel inferior? Do I make you feel like you're dumb? Do I make you feel like, no, it's about actually, this is something that anybody can take and look really great in front of like a senior person in your company, because I'm there to help you, right?
Yeah.
And the target audience that I have in my brain, if you look at my Instagram, it's a picture of me when I was 10 years old, right? It's like, what are the little cookie crumbs that I can leave back so that if I was to be reincarnated, I'd get right back to where I was. That's effectively who my target audience is.
No, I love that. That is something that everyone can go and apply straight away.